That at least is a little reassuring. If you want, we can go out this weekend, do something together, like a family. How about that? Millie doesn't say anything in response, but I see her shift slightly under the duvet. Does that mean she's thinking about it? Yeah, it'll be fun. We haven't done anything together for a while, so it would be nice to get out of the house. We can go anywhere you want, to the zoo, for a walk, maybe the beach. I know how much you liked going to Whitby when you were little. Anyway, you don't need to come to a decision right now. Just think about it. If you want to go anywhere, just tell me or Sal. We'll sort it out for you. Why is he referring to Sal as... Is Sal not her mother? I don't know, because I have that relationship with my mum where I call her by her first name, but I don't know, it just feels weird for the father to refer to as, you know, the mum as, you know, by her first name. It just seems weird. Millie still doesn't respond, but I think I've got her attention. I wonder if it's some kind of cruel genetic trick that when I get anxious, I can talk forever, whereas when Millie gets anxious, she can hardly force out a single syllable. We might be father and daughter, but I think that we might have that much in common. We're more like polar opposites, really. But even so, we are flesh and blood. We are related. I promise, Millie. You want to go out? We'll go out. You deserve it. You're my daughter, and I love you very much. I love her more than the words themselves can express. I think about giving Millie's head a pat, her hair a stroke, but I don't. Instead, I squeeze Betsy Bear tighter until her head collapses in on itself like a rotting fruit. Jesus. May 14th, Friday. I spend much of the day in sense of hyper alertness, my eyes peeled for even the slightest glimpse of a pair of bright green eyes or a black tail. However, the hours tick by slowly in the cacophony of screaming children and their warbling, discordant, singing voices, and still no sign of her. I'm not sure if I should be relieved by Belle's conspicuous absence or not. On one hand, I did enjoy the attention, but on the other, I would rather not jeopardize my relationship with Sally any further. She is my wife, after all, and I do love her. That's what I've been telling myself. Finally finished with school for the day, and not a minute too soon, I wipe my brow and heave a heavy sigh. Kids, they really take it out of you. Sally wanted us to have more children, a son perhaps for Millie to play with, but I thought that sounded like too much hassle, especially since I work with children every day. People might romantically think of children as perfect angels, still images from blurry Victorian photographs, and with big eyes and curly hair. Oh, Shiza. There we go. What are you doing? No, down. However, I know otherwise. Now this is actually a creepy fact if you didn't know this. The still images from blurry Victorian photographs he mentioned there. The reason why certain pictures back in Victorian times were so clear and so well done of certain people whilst others were blurry is because of motion capture. Now, when you take a picture of someone back in the day, because you're moving, even though you're still, your body is still moving in a certain sense. So it would pick up the blur of people that were moving. But the people, like say the children, would be still. Very still. That was because they were dead. They would sometimes when certain unfortunate things happen to children, they would get a picture of the child with the family dressed up in a portrait, a family portrait. That's why certain individuals are more clear in pictures back in the day compared to like their parents or their loved ones who are alive. You can literally tell who was dead and who was alive based on like the clarity of certain people's faces in those old Victorian photographs. Just thought I'd let you know. It's an interesting fact. It's disturbing, but it's an interesting one. Young children are maniacs, aren't they all, buddy? Only this morning I had scolded Peter Newbury for hitting poor Gemma Ashton over the head with a recorder, and that was not to mention the fun particularly ingenious brass players can have with their spit valves. Wow. I really don't get paid enough for this, don't they all, buddy, don't they all? With a groan, I shrug my coat onto my shoulders and do a quick circuit around the music classroom. I close and lock the windows, draw the curtains, turn off the lights, and then satisfied that everything is in order, I exit and lock the classroom. It is as I'm making my way through the car park, reaching my trouser pocket for my car keys, that I am suddenly stopped short by a distinctly feminine voice. Belle. Hey, if it isn't my favourite human. She's leaning against my car, waving. She's wearing the school uniform again, the one she donned during the surprise visit yesterday lunchtime. Her dark hair flutters in the breeze, her white limbs standing out alarmingly against my car. Ah, hey, yourself. What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? I was waiting for you. Don't you think it might look a tad suspicious, a schoolgirl from St. Catherine's loitering around a car like this? My car specifically? Oh yeah, I did get a few funny glances, and I bet you did. You did you? Yep, there was this woman who had a face like a trout. Her skin was grey and her eyes were squinty, all close together like this. Belle pulls a face, pursing her lips and making her eyes bug out until it looks like she's wearing a Halloween mask. You know, as a spirit, she could have easily just turned her face into that woman's face, but never mind. I laugh, despite myself. If there's one thing I like, it's a girl who knows how to poke fun at herself. She gets bonus points for being so pretty to begin with. I'll take you had a run-in with the eminent and esteemed headmistress then. Oh, and I take it from your tone you don't like her very much. Well, probably not. Not particularly, no. I don't think she likes me very much either, so... I walk over to my car and unlock it, the keys jingling in my hands. Did she say anything to you? She was like... What are you doing hanging around here? Do you have any business with our school? And what did you say? I almost dread to think. I said I was one of your piano students and I had a lesson with you after school. Is that an acceptable ruse? I suppose it's acceptable. It might seem a little suspicious though. Why? Because I'm so adorable? No, it's because you're not a primary school student. Or else it's because I'm starting to develop a guilty conscience, but I don't say that. Instead, I shake my head. Okay. Why should I feel guilty? I haven't done anything. It isn't a crime to talk to a younger girl. Sorry, immortal spirit, it is. Besides, all the kisses we've exchanged have been one way. Belle was the one kissing me. I try to change the subject. That's easier than confronting the real issue at hand, that I may inadvertently be cheating on my wife. Your skirt is still far too short. Miss Fishlip said the exact same thing. I bet she did. It's nice to know you can afford you think the same level of respect you give me. Pish. Belle snorts and rolls her eyes. They seem very greener than usual. As if I have to answer to that crusty old dragon lady. I'm probably old enough to be her great-great-grandmother. Of course, I can't imagine Marie Antoinette answered to anybody, save the guillotine, of course. Oh, so you remembered. Hard not to, dear. How could I help but remember if it isn't every day you meet a girl who claims to be the reincarnation of a famous historical figure? A famous historical figure got her head lopped off, no less. That's the same with, like, Henry's wives, basically. You know the old saying, Henry VIII and his 6 knives. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Divorced, beheaded... No, wait. No, divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's how it goes. So, now you established what you were waiting for me, I want to know the reason why. What are you planning? Planning? Why, Mr. Hawkins, you wound me. You make it sound as though there's something sinister afoot. Well, what if there is? I think there might be, given you're involved. I still don't even know what you are. Not really. How cruel. I didn't come here to haunt you, if that's what you're implying. I came here because I missed you. You did? That's right. It feels like it's been so long. I saw you yesterday, Belle. That's right. Yeah. That was a whole 24 hours ago, and I was so bored and lonely I thought I was going to die. It's rabbits that die from loneliness, not cats. Same difference. Well, not really, dear. They're really not the same. Whatever. Weren't you thinking about me as well? I was thinking when my daughter looks like you. I turned my head to one side, trying to avoid Belle's gaze. It's true, I was thinking about Belle. How could I not? I wouldn't think about her, especially if she insists on wearing such a ridiculous practical outfit. But I can't tell her that. I don't want to give her the satisfaction. Honestly, no. I had a very busy day, which doesn't leave much for mooning over schoolgirls. Liar. I am not. Yes, you are. I can see it in your eyes. Damn, I must have been more transparent than I thought. Anyway, since I went to the trouble of coming to see you, shall we get going? Where? On a date, of course. Of course, she says it like it's the most natural thing in the world. Maybe to a finicky feline, who comes and goes as she pleases it is. But it's not to me. I'm a middle-aged man, and I have other commitments. I have a wife to return home to, and a daughter who needs me. I promised her last night. I said we could do something together tomorrow. If plans have any hope of emerging into fruition, I should return home now. I need to discuss things with Sally. I can't keep running away, even if I have a very arresting distraction tugging my arm, peering up at me with those big, big eyes. Come on, Robin, I missed you. I missed doing this. Haranguing old man. What? Okay. No, I mean going out, having fun. I spent so long living like a cat. I completely forgot that was like being with real people. I need some adult company or I'll go mad. I'm sick of being petted and stroked and patted on the head and called a good boy or good girl. The two are interchangeable, since who knows what gender cats really are and who really cares. Well, one has balls, the other one doesn't. Now that I have a human body, I want to take advantage of it. I want to have some fun. And I want a crisp. Can't you do that on your own? I could, but that would be boring, isn't it? Far more enjoyable to spend time with a person like you. I won't. My resolve wavering. Melly can languish away in her room like a tower princess for months, and I'll happily ignore it. But this girl is still a virtual stranger, starts tugging at my arm and putting on the theatrics, and I'm already lost. I wonder what that says about where my loyalties lie. Yeah, exactly. I think it says, though, I'm no professional psychologist. Not like Joan Fowler, that I'm an arsehole. Is that the correct medical terminology? But it looks suspicious. An old man like me hanging around with such a young girl. It's fine. I'll just say I'm your trophy wife. Please don't do that. Trophy wife? Where do spirits pick up such phrases? Well, maybe not. That might be a bit too much. You can just pretend I'm your daughter or something. It'll be fine. I swallow all of a sudden and my throat feels dry. That is a very kind of offer, but I already have a daughter. I know you do, but it's not like you spend any time with her, is it? Well, you got him there, love. You certainly got him there. Well? Belle's grip around my arm tightens. Though her body is slender and willowy, she's unnaturally strong. I feel like my side is being squeezed by a vice, stopping up the blood circulation through my right arm. You can think of it as a test run for the real thing. Just imagine that I'm Melly and we're out having a gay old time. Nobody says that anymore. It has other implications. Now, let's not split hairs. Let's just go and enjoy ourselves. That was part of the Flintstones songs, if I'm correct, when Hanna-Barbera created them. How did the song go? It was like, we'll have a gay old time, a yabba yabba do time, a yabba do time, we'll have a gay old time. Classic. That and the Jetsons, good show. I can't deny that Belle's offer sounds tempting. Not that as a test run for spending time with my real daughter, but because Belle is an amusing person, and I enjoy her company. I'd probably have more fun with her these last 3 days than I have the last 3 months combined. Jesus. That's wrong though, isn't it? Belle isn't my daughter. Melly is, and I did promise. I'd said I'd try to spend more time with her. I wish I didn't feel so conflicted. I wish I wasn't so weak-willed. Fucking hell, mate, you're really starting to piss me off. I already know what I'm going to say before the words come out of my mouth. So, was there any reason why you wanted to come here of all places? Not really, I just thought it looked cute. Cute being the key word. That's why I reluctantly acquiesced to Belle's demands, with the stipulation that we return home under an hour, but Belle decided to drag me all the way here. I realised that by phrasing what transpired these last 5 minutes in such a manner, I have made myself seem an unwilling victim, along by Belle's inscrutable machinations, like a cog in the turn wheel. In the machine, sorry. I must have doubts. Some people would wonder if it's truly accurate portrayal of my thoughts, and whether I did not, contrary to my protests. I agreed to Belle's decision almost at once. To all you naysayers, I can only tell you that I have no further comments to add. I still cannot satisfy you because I cannot truly satisfy myself. I'm an adult and I know I shouldn't have come here. Oh, I'm so tired. But adult though I may be, I am also a coward. Belle and I are sitting in an ice cream parlour, an oddity in England, with quaint brick walls and smooth white tables, a Baskin-Robbins. It's kind of a place where you would have gone with Melly if it existed when she was younger. There were fewer chain brands about them. Now the high street is overrun with them. In the last 4 years, the small village has become distinctly Americanized. We even have Starbucks. Oh god. Who on earth wants to spend £5 on a coffee? It beggars belief. See, excuse me. Oh, fuck me, shut up. That is what I want to talk about with W.H. Smith. Why the fuck are you charging £4 for a bottle of, like, Coca-Cola? Are you trying to, like, outbid fucking the cinema for their overpriced food? It's an absolute piss take. This is why I will not shop for books in W.H. Smith, because I swear I saw a book that was like £30 once, and it was a paperback. What are you doing, W.H. Smith? This is why I always go to Waterstones. Easily a better bookstore in my mind. So much better. Oh, and if you're wondering how I'm awake now, I took a quick break to have a Coca-Cola. It's keeping me up. It's like hopefully 1 in the morning. I'm not so sure. I haven't checked the time by now. I'm going to take another sip. Good shit. I guess that's progress for you. I'm not really sure why Belle wanted me to come here of all places. The shop isn't very busy, which makes us stand out even more. The other patrons are small children, their hair disheveled, splotches of ice cream around their mouths, and on their noses, accompanied by beleaguered parents who are probably regretting the choices that led them to this place. I suppose I feel a certain amount of camaraderie with those frazzled men and women. It is mostly women, even though our situations aren't all that alike. I'm beginning to wonder why I came here too. For that big fat pum pum. Sorry. The staff gave us no shortage of funny glances when we first came here, prompting me to explain perhaps more defensively than I should have that I was here with my daughter. They seemed to relax a little after that, but I'm still aware of their eyes boring into my back. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. I mean, bruv. This is my own guilty conscience, my personal Jiminy Cricket giving me a short prod on my neck with the tip of his umbrella. What is it with him rubbing his neck? It's weird. I was about to think going out with Belle would be a bad idea, particularly when she was wearing that school uniform. I probably look like a criminal. I feel like a criminal. A smooth criminal. This isn't working wonders for my self-esteem though. Belle is undeniably pretty. Pretty girls aren't just entertaining distractions. They could be dangerous too. Well, no shit. At least Belle looks happy. She's eating an ice cream sundae, savouring it slowly. She brings the silver spoon to her lips, laden with ice cream, and draws it into her mouth. Her lips part in an O as she lets the ice cream dissolve across her tongue. Oh, these descriptions, Jesus Christ. The expression on her face is one of pure bliss. It makes her look even more younger than she already is. You really like ice cream, don't you? I love it. I must have gotten a taste for it the other night. I bet you have. I don't think it was just the ice cream she was savouring back then, though. The second-hand embarrassment on our part. You show us again, fair enough. I replay that memory, though, my mind once more. My cheeks start to flush. I turn my head, pressing one hand across my mouth. My cheeks burn. Ah, delicious. Belle sighs contentedly and takes the spoon out of her mouth with a wet. Hey, Robin. She smiles mischievously, pre-offering the spoon in my direction. Do you want to try some? The ice cream? Yes. Your saliva? No. No, it's alright. I bought it for you. But it's more fun sharing it. I want to know what you think. I think I'm too old to eat ice cream. It'll give me indigestion. And Sally will have made dinner already. She'll be sitting at the kitchen table, arms folded, drumming one foot against the floor, wondering where the hell I am. wonder if Mellie's back at home yet. It seems likely she doesn't belong to the after-school clubs, and I don't think she has any friends to hang around with either. I bet Sally sent me a bunch of text messages, voicemail too. I don't know, because I've had my phone turned off the entire time. Well, have you, you really are a coward. Yeah, thank you. I was just about to fucking say, like, is it any wonder why you're getting shit on? Because you're not facing the fucking facts that this fucking bitch is trying to fucking put a wedge between you and your wife and your daughter. Huh? Come on, you're not that old. You still have a full head of hair at least. Well, for now, we'll have to wait and see what happens. So stingy. You're no fun at all. Welcome to being 40, sweetheart. I feel something collide against my shin. It's Belle's foot, encased in the shiny black shoe. At least her shoes are school regulation, quite unlike the ridiculous skirt. Don't do that, it hurts. What are you, a baby? And you hurt my feelings, refusing to share this delicious ice cream with me. Well, I'm sorry. I've eaten ice cream before. I know how it tastes. But it will taste even better if you eat it with me. A pause. Or if you eat it off me. Fuck! Fuck! What is this? Please don't say such things when we're out in public. We look suspicious enough as it is. Belle sticks out her tongue and delivers another kick to my shin. Maybe she's trying to engage me in a game of footsie, but I refuse to cave to her whims, even if resisting her blows is quite painful. Ow, where does she get all this strength from anyway? She's an eldritch god, probably. Eventually, Belle tires of this game, and she turns her attention back to her slowly melting ice cream. Thank God for that. She lifts a spoonful of frozen treat up her lips and slips the spoon inside the warm pink expanse of her mouth. Great. She was a little over enthusiastic there, actually, because when she draws her spoon away, I see a smudge of synthetic strawberry flavoured ice cream on the tip of her nose. It's kind of cute, actually, as I kiss it off of her nose like she does with me. And I promptly get arrested and put away. We got some food. You got some food on you? Let me get that for you, huh? Where? Right there on your nose. Just here. I tap my own nose for demonstration. I can hardly wipe it off her nose myself. Most fathers aren't that touchy-feely with their daughters, are they? Why the fuck? How the fuck? Why are you even asking these questions? Also, I was just thinking, I'm not really pure of thought either, because I was thinking, wouldn't it be fucking weird if she just, like, pulled out this, like, I don't know, this, like, 15... like a 7-inch tongue and just like licked it off of her nose? That would just be weird. I'd be like scare roused at that point, you know. I'm certainly not with Melly. Well, I fucking hope so. Then again, my relationship with Melly is rather unusual. No shit, it's unusual. Ah. Belle frowns, wrinkling her nose, and goes cross-eyed for a moment. She's trying to see the splodge of ice cream for herself. She actually goes squint-eyed. Can you wipe it off for me, Robin? You have a finger. Why can't you do it yourself? You're a big girl, aren't you? No, I want you to do it. If you won't share this ice cream with me, you can at least help clean me up. Isn't that a staple of any first date? This isn't a first date! We're not on a date, woman. I lower my voice to a whisper and lean forwards, glaring. Remember, you're meant to be my daughter. That's what I said. I'm going to stick to my story, thank you very much. Oh, please, you're being way too paranoid. As if anybody here cares. The staff are all too busy trying to make sure none of those little kids knock over their banana splits. Be that as it may, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit more careful. Belle giggles, her chest rising and falling beneath her school sweater. Not that Belle goes to St. Catherine's, of course. Well, no shit. Come on, Daddy, can't you do your little girl a favor just this once? You have a human body now, Belle. Just think, opposable thumbs. Do you want to take advantage of that? It is true that I am rather fond of my new body, but there's more to life than opposable thumbs. What about romance? There's no romance here between family. We're not the Borgias. Nice. In case you didn't know your history, Lucrezia Borgia was very well known for wine and anthrax parties, where she would thoroughly do her brother and her father at the same time. And get this, her father was the Pope. I believe, was it Pope? Not Pope Gregory the Ninth, it was someone else. I can't quite remember his actual name, but yeah. I believe the brother was known as Cesare Borgia as well, if you didn't know that. Fun little history fact for you. I pause. Since you were Great Aunt Clarence's cat for almost 8 years, I guess that means you really are family. You've known me ever since I was a little boy. And you've known me since I was about this tall. Belle holds one hand above the table for emphasis. Touché. Maybe family isn't the right term. Perhaps you could call us childhood friends. Oh god. Childhood friends is never a good idea. I don't recall you being particularly friendly. You used to scratch and bite me all the time. That was before you almost drowned trying to save me, you dolt. I would have been a great deal nicer had I known about your hidden depths. I don't think I have any hidden depths. I'm about as deep as a puddle. Hey, some puddles can be deep. Maybe you are now. Marriage, melody, the unfulfilling job where nobody takes you seriously drove it all out of you, didn't it? My dog is digging. You done? Good. I wins. Though I thought they were playing around, Belle's eyes are as sharp as ever, even when she speaks with a slight lit to her tone. He does this when he goes to sleep. He digs for like 10 minutes. Maybe we really are like childhood friends. I've known her longer than I've known Sally, and she certainly seems privy to all my secrets, even the ones I don't want to admit to myself. So... Belle leans forward, cupping her chin with her hands. She peers at me, a smile on her face, expectant. Her eyes flash. Are you going to clean me up or not? Her gaze is disconcerting. I don't think I can argue back. She's worn me down. Alright. Just don't make a big song and dance about it. Don't worry, I won't. Belle blinks at me, expectantly. She looks almost like a fairy tale princess awaiting the kiss of a handsome prince. Unfortunately, I'm not royalty. I make my living on teaching wages, and it is a mere pittance at that. Plus, I'm hardly what you'd call handsome. And if you really want to smash the smile apart, Belle isn't a princess. I think more like a wicked witch, or a femme fatale with her all-knowing eyes. I lean forward, a napkin crumpled in my hand. All of a sudden, Belle's face seems far too close. I can almost count each of her individual eyelashes, feel her breath against my cheeks. Got you. Huh? What is she doing? All of a sudden, I feel something against my lips, something soft, warm, and not entirely unwelcome. Oh, God, no. Belle's kissing me. This isn't like her previous pecks either. This is a real kiss, unabashedly romantic. I know Belle isn't human, but seems awfully familiar with human customs, so I doubt this is some kind of mistake. She's not that naive. I think she's smarter than I am. Actually, to have tricked me like this, I can't help but feel taken advantage of. I was right. Belle's no fairy tale princess. She's a wicked witch for sure. What does that make me then? Not a very smart person. She presses against me, demanding as I gasp. Belle takes my shock as a further invitation. She presses forwards, pushing my back against the chair, and her tongue enters my mouth. She tastes of ice cream, shockingly sweet, and her tongue is strangely cold compared to the warmth of her lips. What the fuck? I feel my heart seize up in my chest. My mind goes blank. When was the last time someone kissed me like this? I can't remember. Sally certainly doesn't. We're too busy being antagonistic about the small things, stupid things, to trade open affection like this. I think I must be kissing Belle back. When Belle finally draws back, her lashes fluttering, her lips curve into a mischievous smile. Her face is pale as ever, and not a hint of a blush on her cheeks, though she was the one who instigated the kiss. I'm the one who's embarrassed, breathing heavily, my face burning. If I were any older, I might have had a heart attack. The workers behind the counter really are looking at me now. This just isn't baseless paranoia. It's unquestionable, unshakable truth that look almost as surprised as I do. Their mouths open. They're not the only ones. The other patrons are staring at me too. Oh my god. Even if I hadn't said Belle was my daughter, my behaviour still be unacceptable. I mean, she's wearing a schoolgirl uniform, for Christ's sakes! This is bad! This is very bad! Oh my god. Oh, well, that's all you have to say?! That's all you have to... Oh my god, 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 this is bad. This is fucked up. This is fucked up.